Tai Chi only has one principle. Tai Chi is the art of yin and yang. It means the number one principle is that whatever you are, we Wu Ji. Whatever you are, it means without the training, you are Wu Ji. So Wu Ji is related to something before. So for the universe, Wu Ji is before the universe, before the Big Bang. For us, it means before we learn Tai Chi, that was Wu Ji. So when you go like this here and stand here, we say Wu Ji. Why? Before we start, it's Wu Ji. So before we learned Tai Chi, there was no Tai Chi, but now we do Tai Chi. And what is Tai Chi that we do? Yin Yang. What is yin and yang? Make the body have two. So use a very simple example. What's your name?
John.
John? So we want to make Johnny 1, Johnny 2. So the original one was John. Now we change it to Johnny 2. The two of them start to work together instead of just one working together. And after we do that too, then we cut you in half here. Then there is Johnny 3 on top, Johnny bottom. Now there are 4. And each one here, this is on this side. Now this is 1/4. But within here, don't move here, only move here. Now there are 5, 6. But within 5, 6, don't move here, only here. 7, 8. So you split into many pairs of splits. And that's the principle of Tai Chi, that's all. And when you have a yin and yang, you divide 1 into 2, there is a line in the middle. The line cannot move. That line is the center. So every time you split, you create one center. So far, humans have only been able to split 36 times. And there are 36 centers. So the 36 on each side here is 18. On this side, 18. So on this side here, you only use one side, that's 18. The one thing that is very important in practical method through the lineage of my teacher Hong Juan Sheng is that you never rely on your own experiences. Your own experiences will come from 6 places or faculties. One is by hearing. You hear. And in your case, you used 2, watch and hear. You watched the video and you heard me say something. And so those were 2. And when you come see me, you touch me, then there is a sense of touch and the smell. And in the end, there is an intuition. You just feel. Do not trust any of these. Because Tai Chi is a science. A true science is independent of all those 5 senses and your 6th sense, how you think. So it's very important we rely on the scientific principles. We do not make our decisions based on how we feel. So now you understand my explanations. Let's go back to answer your questions. All those things come from the master's feelings. Very likely the master is not wrong. Same as if I tell you, I'm telling you, every day there are 24 hours. It's not wrong. It's because I listen to science. But if you start saying, well, it goes 24 hours a day because Master Chen said so, now there is a problem. So when the old master says Song, they were not wrong. But you turn around and say you have to do Song, now it's wrong. Because that day, at that time, he felt it was Song. But the next day, maybe he says, you're too loose, toughen up. But nobody caught that one. So Song is not a characteristic of Tai Chi. It's unrelated to Tai Chi. But it's something that happens. Like when you're sitting here, you sit here for a long time, do you feel numb? Sometimes. So you can't say do Tai Chi. It's very important to be numb. So because that day Master Chen was teaching, we all felt numb here. And that was very special. It was real, seriously. You guys didn't get it because Master Chen, when Master Chen was here, you were not sitting there. If you sat there, you felt something strange here. It's totally true, but it's unrelated. So Tai Chi is about yin-yang, split, about these principles. about splitting so that your body works differently and so that you achieve martial art and health. But it's unrelated to whether you are Song or you are this or you are that. None of those things are important. It's just something you feel. Don't trust it. So do not look at that phenomenon. Look at the core, the principle. So the principle is for Tai Chi is a rotation. Why rotation? Only a rotation can cause a yin-yang split. Other things will not cause yin-yang split. So we have to create yin and yang. And here, what's yin, what's yang? Nothing. But see, the rotation causes. See, this one turning forward, this one turning backward. Can you see? Opposite. But if I do this, can you see it's not opposite? So you have to rotate is the core. What is the feature? What is the mechanical requirement for a rotation? There has to be a rod, an axis. Without it, there is no rotation. So look for physical, mechanical characteristics, requirements, principles. Don't look for mysterious words. Things that will make you feel good. Saying the center is yin, everything is yang. No, this side is yin, this side is yang, the center is God. What I mean is the center is something that controls yin and yang. Yin and yang is what we do. You have to have something above it. So the center is above the law. It's very, very important. You see here, this is doing this, this is doing this. This one, whatever this is doing, this has to match it. This is positive one, negative one, they match. But how do they match? There is something that never becomes here. And this never becomes here, never becomes here. When I use the word God, I mean a judge. In a court, you sue him. I'm the judge. I'm not your friend. I'm not your friend. Whatever you do, I try to balance you. I make a decision. I'm not going to be part of you. So watch here. Can you see here? We all have this problem. Can you this? Is judge is his friend anymore. And now here became his friend. No good. The center, that rod, is independent. So when you open the door is interacting with the wall. The door is moving, the wall is not moving, with that hinge causing it. The hinge is not part of the wall, it's not part of the door. So the hinge is something independent. Our Tai Chi, this is a very good question. Our Tai Chi is once you have yin and yang, your body has something very, very unique. The unique thing is something we don't know, but it just feels different. So when your body can do yin and yang, when you push hands with people who have yin and yang, they give you a feeling like odd, strange. Like it's not strength, not strong, not technique, it's just something I can't fight. It's that independent thing. So we have to train to get something to rise above. But we say, in Tai Chi, we just say, you got it. What? We don't know. That's something very unique. It's always about the center, and the center is empty. It's not muscle. You are mastering empty force. Something not real, but it has a function. Okay. Same as a stick. Long stick, short stick, not the same. So it's very important at this level, beginner level, you have to stretch everything. The original form, Tai Chi has two original inputs. One input is a Changquan, long fist. Another input historically is Tongbei, white ape. The white ape is called Tongbei, but Tongbei means to go through. Long and go through, not stuck here, like go through, as if you're throwing something goes through you. Always, so the Tai Chi was influenced by these two things. So we must keep in mind, even in the future when your moves are very small, it has to be long. A small thing does not mean it's short. It feels like this, hits there. There. It's not like this. The energy has to go out very, very long.